Hello, my friends. Welcome, one and all, to the candy aisle. My name is Jeff, and today I have yet another review for you. Just a note to anyone who may be new to the channel. I find that sometimes I do these reviews of these classic items, and I get a lot more views from visitors. We do reviews here regularly, mostly candy, chocolates. Rarely do I do cookies and biscuits, but perhaps that will change. I don't know why I've never looked at the Oreo. I guess because it's so ubiquitous, I just sort of assume that everyone already knows all there is to know about the Oreo. But let's do it up anyway. I'm kind of a completionist, so might as well have a look at this classic, famous, best-selling cookie, the original Oreo. That is right, my friends. So if you are new to the channel, you'll know that this is a a layman's review. This is an easy, minimal research done. But it's I'll give you what I can. But the truth is that there are other sources on YouTube and internet around the history of the Oreo cookie. So please go out and look for those. I'm not purporting to be any kind of an expert on the cookie itself, but Oreos are fantastic. I think everyone knows this, famous sandwich cookie. In fact, it is, what is it called here? It says it is the chocolate sandwich cookies. Yes, the Oreo cookie. So I live in Canada. That's why there is French on the packaging here. That is also why it is listed as from the Christie Company. William Christie started a biscuit company here in Canada. And in the 20s, like a long time ago, in the 20s, it was bought out by Nabisco. Oreo is a Mondelez product, as you may know, or Kraft. It may be branded under, depending on what country you live in. In Canada, they are branded under Christie, which actually, if you notice the Christie branding, I had forgotten this. The Christie branding, when they redesigned the logo here, they made it with the T so that it looks kind of like the Nabisco. If you know the Nabisco logo, it's got the lines on the top, which is also how the Oreo has been designed since the 50s. Oreos have been around since the early teens. That is 1912 is when the first Oreo was sold in Hoboken, New Jersey. It is a American product developed in the Chelsea factory of Nabisco, and New York, that is. Sorry if you don't know. It is, I mean, I don't want to, upset any purists. Like I said, this is just what I have heard, is that it was a derivative sandwich cookie of the original Hydrox cookie, which came out in 1908. Oreo, of course, has, far surpassed the Hydrox. This is not the time and the place for a Hydrox versus Oreo debate. You guys can talk about that in the comments. I'm, living in Canada. I didn't really have exposure to the Hydrox cookies ever, so I'm not really familiar with that brand. I'm sure I've had them once or twice, but I can't really recall what the significant difference between a Hydrox and an Oreo is. But they are similar cookies. Hydroxes are still on the market in some locations. Oreo is clearly the bigger, more successful sandwich cookie. In fact, the Nabisco company claims that Oreo is the best-selling cookie in the world. It's available in over 100 countries, and it's, I would say, incredibly well-known. I think I would say probably it's the best. Sorry for knocking the camera there. I'd say it's probably the best known cookie in the world, from my experience at least. Anything else to note? It's obviously any product that's been around that long will have gone through a number of changes. You guys can go look up one of those history of the Oreo cookie videos if you want to get more about that. I will note that it is vegan safe. They use non-hydrogenated vegetable oil in it. There's always a risk of cross-contamination when you're talking about sort of vegan stuff, but it is also made with real cocoa, as it says right there. This is a small... The packaging has also changed over the years, as has the design of the cookie. There's lots of different versions of it. This is sealed, 110 calories. What else does it say on the packaging that might be of interest here? Okay. Cookie enlarged. Well, yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. I like this packaging. It's actually really great. Let's flip it over carefully so we don't lose them all. If you are interested in such things, here is if you can read that, the ingredients list. And in Canada, this is the nutrition facts labeling that we have here. So you guys can look at that for more. At Oreo, we heart cocoa. So we use real cocoa in every chocolatey Oreo cookie we make. You always got to worry when they say chocolatey. It's a trigger, that like it's not real chocolate, but clearly they do use real chocolate. So this is great packaging that they've had for the past, 10 years or so. And I'm going to try and do this review. I know it's already been 5 minutes. I'm going to try and do this review sort of succinctly and not, eat this whole box of Oreos. So that's how it comes. When you open it up, I don't know if you guys have this same packaging where you live. But this is how the packaging has been, at least here in Canada and the States, from my understanding, for the past, 10 plus years. Here is the Oreo sandwich cookie itself. They come in a number of varieties. Since the 2000s, they've done a lot of seasonal and limited edition versions of Oreos with different flavorings inside. This is, of course, just the classic original. I think all year round, they certainly all year round, they sell regular Oreos double stuff, which is double the cream filling, and the golden Oreos, which are like a vanilla wafer instead of a chocolate wafer. Yeah, here's what I was talking about with the lines above the Oreo. Like that's from the Nabisco logo, if you go and look at that. Oreos are great. They're like pretty fantastic cookies. You can, with a little twist, easily open them up, get at that cream filling, or just, standard, eat them straight up. Everyone has a different way of eating their Oreos, but they are fan-flippin-tastic. I gotta say, it's a great blending of the Oreo cookie and the cream. A great ratio, of the biscuit to the cream filling. Stand by, I was just getting a little bit of milk. You're having cookies, you gotta have milk, right? So good, so good. I don't know if you guys like dunking your Oreos in milk, but that's the ticket. All right. So I think these are really, really good. The Oreo product has been the name Oreo. Some say it comes from the Latin word for a kind of a laurel plant, which was on the original design. Great branding, though. And they have used this branding. They've licensed it out. And it was quite licensing, but it's been put on a number of different products, including breakfast cereal and cake, like pie crusts, pancake mixes. I want to say it's been used in a lot of places. There are donuts that have Oreo, like are co-products of Oreo branding. Living in Canada, we like donuts a lot here in Canada. At Tim Hortons, which is like our national donut store chain. It's a thing, guys. Anyway, they have this rotating, they call them dream donuts, like rotating specialty donuts, like the super sugar donuts. Man, whenever the Oreo one comes into rotation, there's an Oreo version of it. It's so insane how much sugar is in that thing. I like to get it, but then I give it to my kids and they like flip out. They're like literally bouncing off the walls. It's kind of insane. On this channel, as I review candy and chocolates and stuff like that, I have certainly reviewed a number of Oreo co-branded products, including Cadbury Oreo with the dairy milk products, Nestle Oreo with the Oreo Kit Kat products. Like Oreo is everywhere. And with good reason. These cookies are pretty fantastic. Like I said, I think it's a really good ratio of the wafer to the filling. I don't think the filling is crazy sweet. It's like a good level. However, because there's so many different ways you can kind of get at it. Oops. You can take them apart. Make a cake batter out of the out of the crust, the wafer. You can just take out the filling, make that into a frosting. There's a TikToker who does the Will It Bread series. I don't know if you guys know that. He did a delicious looking Oreo bread. Like, why not? You can make Oreos into kind of anything. They're pretty amazing. I don't know if for some reason you don't have Oreo where you live, or you haven't had a chance to try them, or for some reason you just pass on them. I would highly recommend them. They are great. They're really good. When I was a kid, I'll say my way of eating them was always to take them apart, take out the filling, and then get like 3 or 4 cookies worth of filling and just eat the filling. Because, it's very, very sweet. It's like eating straight frosting. Now, as an adult, I just like eating them regularly. And man, oh man, they are delish. So, I love Oreos. They're clearly a 5 out of 5, fantastic product. But you guys let me know what you think in those comments down below. Do you like Oreos? Do you like a specific SKU of Oreos, a kind of flavor of Oreos that you think is the best? Why don't you let me know down there? And, if you like Oreos, maybe consider giving a like to this video. I really appreciate your time, guys. Thank you for joining me. And I hope you stick around and come back for more reviews. All right, everyone. We'll talk to you next time. So long.